we going?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Good morning. My name is Sergeant Pete Silva, and I am the Sergeant of the Albuquerque Police Department's recruiting unit. And with me today is...
Hey guys, good morning. Detective Alex Rahimi. I'm also with the recruiting unit. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook Live and also those that are on Zoom today. This is our live hiring event. If you guys have questions for us, please comment below and we'll try to get to your questions. We also have a special guest today from our air support unit, Sergeant Will Taylor. He'll be joining us shortly to talk about what he does for the department and the training requirements and what it takes to join his unit with the air support. So to begin with, let me share my screen and we can go over some of the minimum requirements.
So starting with our minimum requirements, you must be 21 years of age to be a police officer, but you can join the academy at 20. However, you have to have your birthday before your official graduation before you can be certified. So you can join at 20. 21 is the minimum age to become sworn as a law enforcement officer. You must have a valid driver's license. Now, it doesn't have to be New Mexico. It can be an out-of-state license, but when you officially get hired on to join the academy, you have to have a New Mexico license within 30 days. You must be a U.S. citizen, and you must have a high school diploma or GED. We no longer have a college requirement, so that's important to know. We remove the college requirement. We just have to have a high school diploma or GED.
Awesome, thanks, Sarge. For our laterals, our in-state laterals, you must be currently certified within New Mexico. If you're out of state, you also must be currently certified. Your certification needs to be recognized by the New Mexico Department of Public Safety. Applicants that meet these standards must have them all minimally completely required before joining the Albuquerque Police Department. The Lateral Academy, it's about 6 to 9 weeks. And afterwards, you will have a 1-year probationary period.
So as far as salary goes, when you're starting as a police cadet, which is a brand new police officer, well, before I go on to the police cadet salary, let me clarify something because we get asked this question quite a bit and we see this mistake being made when people are submitting applications. If you have no prior law enforcement certification or experience, then you'll be applying as a cadet. Oftentimes we have people that will go onto our application on our website, apdonline.com, and fill out an application as a lateral because they didn't see a selection for officer, they saw cadet. That just means that you're starting as a brand new police officer. You're going to be a cadet until you are officially trained and certified, then you become a police officer. So to make that distinction. Starting as a cadet, you're going to be making $19.35 an hour in the police academy. As a patrolman second class, once you graduate, you'll be bumped up to $21.27 an hour. And that's for a year until you complete your probationary period, all your OJT, your on-the-job training, and then you become a patrolman second class after a year and making $29 an hour.
And as a lateral, if you have less than 24 months of experience, you'll start at $21.27. If you have more than that, more than 2 years of experience, you'll start at the $28 an hour. After you complete that 1 year of probationary period, you'll get jumped up to $29 an hour.
So benefits, the city offers some of the best benefits you can get. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid holidays, vacation, and sick leave accrual. We have on the screen 10 holidays, but they've actually added a holiday this year. So we're going to have one extra holiday day. So that's 11 holidays per year. Pre-hire contingent option. So if your academy starts at the end of the year and you've gone through your backgrounds process and you're ready, you're just waiting, the city can hire you until that start date of your academy as a contingent. So that way you're not sitting around unemployed while you wait for the academy. We can bring you on and put you in an administrative duty until the academy starts. We also offer tuition reimbursement. The city's real big on furthering your education. So they've added something new, which is student loan forgiveness up to $25,000. And that would be paid out in increments after you have been hired by the city of Albuquerque.
Some additional opportunities and pay, just depending on the shift that you'll be working as a police officer. For example, if you work the shift swing, which is like towards the afternoon time, you'll get a pay incentive, which is $300 annually. If you're working graveyard, you'll get a little bit higher, which is $600 annually. Our bilingual pay, if you speak more than one language, you do get paid more annually, from $240 to $600 annually. And like Sarge was saying, with our academic incentive pay, the city wants you to get your degree. If you get your bachelor's degree, for example, you'll get $1,620 annually. For your master's and PhD, it goes up each time you earn yourself a degree.
So retirement, we offer some of the best retirement programs around the nation. In fact, it's been commented to us very often that how do you offer that good of a retirement? But it's a 25-year retirement at 70% of your base salary, or their top 3 years of base salary. And so if you stay for another 5 years, you can earn up to 90% of your base top 3 years. So that's pretty unprecedented. So to be able to work for 25 years, then retire, or work for 30 years, then retire at 90% of your pay, it's a pretty unique opportunity you have working for the city of Albuquerque, specifically the Albuquerque Police Department.
Let's go over some of our PT requirements. For push-ups, you need to be able to complete 15 push-ups in 1 minute. For our sit-ups, you need to be able to complete 27 sit-ups in 1 minute or less. For the 1.5 mile run, you have to be able to complete that in 15 minutes and 14 seconds. And for our 300-meter run, you have to be able to complete that in 71 seconds. We do offer a no-score PT test. Feel free to give us a call and we'll get something scheduled for you, and we'll invite you to the academy. We'll go over all these requirements for you, just so you feel confident when you do select your testing weekend, just so you feel prepared and you can succeed joining the Albuquerque Police Department.
And the last thing I'm going to mention is we're offering a $5,000 hiring bonus for new officers. That's for new cadets. So you can earn a $5,000 bonus right off the bat just by joining the Albuquerque Police Department. Remember, go to apdonline.com. All of this information we're providing to you is posted there. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have a YouTube channel now, so we're starting to add more content to that as it grows. But we appreciate you guys following us on those social media outlets.
Just as a reminder, guys, if you have any questions for us, feel free in the comments section on Facebook or on Zoom, write your questions to us. I'd like to introduce our guest speaker from the Air Support Unit, Sergeant Will Taylor. Sarge, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Perfect. Thanks again for coming. So Sarge, to begin with, how long have you been with the Albuquerque Police Department?
I have just passed my 26th year. So yeah, I'm starting to work on 27 years now.
That's incredible. Have you been with the air support the entire time, or did you start out, taking calls for service?
No, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of different jobs in the department. I worked with the open space unit, the dive team. I was a FI, a field investigator, did bikes, and I've been able to work part-time with the air unit since about 1999.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. And it was great, guys. Sergeant Will Taylor, he invited the recruiting unit. So most of us have got to fly in his different aircraft. So in the video behind us, this is some of the video footage that we were able to record and share with you guys. Sarge, can you maybe go over some of the stuff that, the audience is seeing? Maybe some of the videos that's taking place. What's going on with some of this?
Sure. Well, some of the pictures you've shown are just inside the aircraft and what the tactical flight officer we refer to as the TFO sees. One of the videos that you're seeing now is when we were assisting one of our specialized units with an individual that was wanted for felony firearm possessions, and they wanted to get him off the street. So we were assisting from that. And the view that you're seeing right now, the helicopter was actually a couple miles out. So gives you an idea of the range of the camera, being able to see from quite a distance. The camera has the capability to see during the day, and of course at night we have what they call thermal imaging built into the same system.
So from that view, that was miles away. It looked as if you were right there.
Yeah, essentially what you were seeing, that video, that was in the area of Corzine Ouray, and the helicopter was on the east side of the Rio Grande River. So we were about just east of the Rio Grande River, kind of close to the freeway. So we were quite a ways out.
That's incredible. So with that knowledge and with your technology and stuff, are you able to help like the field officers, officers that are taking, calls for service, 911? How does that work exactly? Do you
Absolutely.
speak with them or?
Well, we are obviously a support unit. So there's two things that we do. One is we actually go out and actively patrol. So we just get in the aircraft and we are monitoring all of the APD airs. And we are monitoring and dispatch anytime we hear a tone that they're clearing the air for a high priority call or anything we think we can hear on. If we hear an officer that needs 82, needs backup. Additionally, we're also available so that if something does happen and we're not airborne, units can call us and let us know. We can launch and assist them. Not only do we help the field, we help auto theft, we help our problem reduction units. Basically, any unit that needs our service, we're there to assist with.
So let's say, for example, I wanted to join the Albuquerque Police Department. I became a police officer, and a few years later, I want to join your unit, join air support unit. Are you looking for someone with previous training, any type of like flight training or school, or do you guys help out with any of the training at all?
Well, we help out with the training. So obviously, any kind of background you have in aviation is a big help, but it's not a requirement. In fact, to be honest with you, about 85 to 90% of our current staffing didn't have any aviation experience whatsoever when they joined APD. So the department gave them that training and they worked their way up into the pilot seat. We do require that you have 5 years non-probationary. So it does require your, 6 years actually after you get off OJT. And the main reason for that is with air support, we work with so many different units and we need to have a very good working knowledge of their SOPs, incident command, as well as, we have some officers that may not be from this area. And so you really have to know the city well, although there are certain systems in the aircraft that do help you with that. It really helps the officer to know the city as well as the inner workings of the department to be a better service.
That's incredible. Being in the air support unit and the sergeant as well, what do you enjoy most about being in this position that you're in?
Well, I've always had a passion for flying, and I've always wanted to be a police officer. It actually started in high school when I met a APD officer who was a pilot with the air support unit. It was at a youth and aviation day. And I met this individual, this APD officer, with the airplane that we still currently have to this day. And I just thought, man, to do what he gets to do. He gets to be a police officer, he gets to serve his community, and he gets to fly. I mean, to me, I was just, wow, so that's how it started for me. So ultimately getting to fly and helping people, it's a bonus.
That's incredible. So some of the background footage and stuff, we have the city of Albuquerque here. Can we talk a little bit some more about, or how about for that helicopter? Do we have certain names or types of helicopters?
We do.
Flying in?
The red, white, and blue helicopter you saw on the video, that was our original helicopter. Well, I shouldn't say original. We've had some previous, but that is Air One. That was the first helicopter that we purchased new versus using military surplus helicopters. We have had Air One. She's been in service since 2001. It is made by Eurocopter, which is now Airbus, and the model is an EC-120. And it's a great helicopter, except for at this altitude. Many people have heard the stories. Its performance in the hot elevation, Albuquerque is over 5,000 feet above sea level. You add high temperatures to that, makes the air less dense, and so the aircraft kind of struggles for some performance. But it's still a good backup aircraft. We still use it. It's still a good support machine. The new helicopter, which is the black and white one, is our brand new one. It's also made by Airbus. It's an H-125 helicopter. Some previously know it as what they used to call an A-Star. It is designed to operate in this environment. It can pretty much handle anything that the high altitude and the heat throw at it, as well as it has the latest state-of-the-art equipment on board. The camera is far superior, as you saw the great distance that we could see. The thermal imaging is far better. It's all in high definition. The camera is slaved into what we call our onboard aero computer. And the aero computer, if an officer types in the address, it can actually swing that camera right to the address that we need to go to. And it has an overlay so that now, instead of trying to guess exactly where the aircraft is, if we're following a suspect, it'll give the exact streets that we're on in real time over the video, addresses, everything, which just helps us relay that information quicker to our officers so they can respond quickly and in the right area.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that some of the hangar then? I can remember.
It is. What you're seeing now is that's our old hangar. We're actually in the process of moving to a larger hangar.
Okay.
So now that we have the 3 aircraft, the 2 helicopters and the airplane won't fit with the helicopters. So we have it in another separate little hangar. So we're moving to a new 10,000 square foot facility in which we'll be able to house all our aircraft, being that we do all of our maintenance in-house as well. That gives us that area to conduct the maintenance and store the aircraft without any conflict and trying to move one aircraft out and get another one in and what have you. So it'll be really help us be more effective.
Being an air support and, flying, can you guys fly any time of day or?
We can.
Okay.
We can, and especially with the thermal imaging, I know some of the video you've seen is kind of a black and white video. It shows an individual walking out in the mesa. And that's a situation where this individual was out kind of by the Flying J truck stop out on 98th. He caused an accident with injuries, crashed his car, and then ran into the field. It's pitch dark out there. There are no street lights. There's just no way to really visually see that individual, even with the spotlights on the car. So what you're seeing there is that is an image produced by heat. So the camera, the sensors pick up the ambient heat, and then the computer translates that into a grayscale picture that we understand. And obviously, in this case, the individual's body heat gives him away. He's trying to hide under a bush. Can't escape your body heat. So we can see him, we can track him, and we can guide officers to his location. And that adds to the safety of everybody. We can also let the officers know if there's any undue hazards that they need to know about before they walk into something.
I think that's just so neat too. You just mentioned providing safety for everyone, the time, the distance and stuff. You can just relay information to the officers that are down below that need to take some enforcement action. So it's just great to be able to have you guys, supporting the field, relaying that information and stuff. It's just incredible what you guys do. Let me check real quick and see if we have any questions for Sergeant Will Taylor. If you guys have anything for him as well, feel free to comment below. I think we're good. Sarge, is there anything else that you would like to share with us or anything for someone that would like to join the Albuquerque Police Department? Maybe a quick message for them or?
Like I said, having previous aviation experience is certainly a bonus. But again, I don't want officers to feel that just because they have no aviation background, but that's something that they're interested in, that they're not eligible. They very much are. And, as we're starting our career development programs, we're working on a course that kind of gives them an idea of the things that they need if they're interested in and looking into a future with the air support unit. We're looking to hopefully expand the unit in the future with even some part-time collateral people. And so this will offer more opportunities for them to start out as a tactical flight officer. If it's something that they like, we can eventually advance them up to working as a pilot as well.
Perfect then. Well, guys, thank you, Sarge, for joining us, answering those questions and stuff. Let's answer some of the questions that we have coming in through Facebook and Zoom. We had a question through Zoom. Would I be able to apply as a P2C with a certification by waiver? If the cert by waiver, if you have any law enforcement experience already, that's what the cert by waiver is going to be for. Probably for the P2C is someone with no law enforcement experience. They come in as a brand new cadet, a brand new police officer. So it's kind of two different things. If you would like, we can, if you want to give us a call or we can help answer that question and see kind of where you're at in the process, or if you do have any experience, we would like to help you out with that. Is there a requirement for how an applicant can live outside of the city limits? One great benefit, the city does give you your patrol unit, marked or unmarked unit, and you're able to take that unit from your house to your work. You have to live within, I believe it's 25 miles within the city limits. So you just need to check with, your chain of command at the time, but you do want to live fairly close, to the city of Albuquerque, and having that benefit of having a take-home vehicle definitely saves on fuel and gas. We have a question on Facebook for unit if they have to take the psychological test. I do believe so. We don't hire for the prisoner transport unit. If you want to call us later, I can get you in a connection though with the PTC side of things, and they can help answer those questions and what their hiring process does look like though for that. So we'll look into that for you if you want to give us a call or just send us a message at any time. Well, that looks like to be all the questions that we're getting in. Guys, thank you again for joining us. Thank you, Workforce Connection. They have just been incredible having us here hosting our live question and answer events. We'll have one in the future, guys, every month. Just look on our Facebook or Instagram pages. Give us a follow, please, and we'll try to keep you updated. Our website, apdonline.com, our phone number, 505-343-5040. Please give us a call. We're hiring and looking for you guys. We did get an answer or question. We had a question about hairstyles. It just needs to be, professional length, nothing that's going over the ears. It depends for the guy, and then the girl just needs to be in a proper bun and stuff. And we do have policy about that. So guys, thank you again for joining us. See you next time for our live question and answer. Thank you again, Sergeant.
My pleasure. Thank you
See
for
you
having me.
guys. Thanks.